Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there in a hurry. It looks like the days are getting shorter.
Mhm.
It was dark this morning when I walked outside at 6:10 to walk my doggy, and that's kind of unusual. It won't be long until this time of morning will be completely dark. Even right now, 7 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be dark, and the fight goes on. To switch or not to switch? That's the question every year as we approach the changing of the time. Speaking of the radical, outlandish time changes that happens twice each year, of course, I have a thought. Y'all pay attention. Maybe even more than one thought. But this one, let's everyone just start making a daily plan right now around a single, never changing time. Would you do that? If we had just one time, could you adjust your lives accordingly?
Of course.
And that time never changes.
Yep.
Right now, for instance, it's a little after 11 a.m. If you prefer Greenwich Mean Time. So let's plan our days and nights around GMT, Zulu if you like. GMT is 4 hours ahead of Eastern Daylight Savings Time and 5 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time, but it's always the same time year round. It never changes. So if we would just come on the air at 1100 every day, we'd be good.
You're going to confuse people. I already had one a couple of days ago text me and said, "Did Rayford say you were changing your hours and going 8 to 10?" I was like, "No."
I don't think I did I?
Did you?
I don't think so, did I?
I didn't think
remember
so,
you.
but they thought, and they asked me several times. I go, "No, we're staying 7."
Well, good morning on this beautiful hump day. I'm Rayford Brown. Let's go around the room.
I'm Chris Marks. It's whatever time.
What? And I'm Lee Barrels.
It's 11:02.
Oh,
Loving
man.
it.
Tired today.
What's wrong?
I stayed up late finishing this book.
You read a book.
I read a book. It was
Is that-
good.
Is that
And-
the first one this year?
Actual paperback, yes. Usually I read them on the Kindle, but I bought the paperback and I read it, and then I did more studying.
Did you? Are you ready?
No, I took a bunch of tests and I failed every one of them.
What?
Not by much,
There's no
but
way.
it has to do with the electrical side of it. I'm not an electrician. I don't know why, but I
Well, I'm
understand.
sorry. You took a test on the book you read?
No, not on the book.
That is confusing him.
All right. Just
Easy.
for an example. All right, here's some
I'm
of
married to Robbie, so I speak that language.
Okay.
you keep up, Chris. Okay.
Sorry.
All right, here's an example. What are the names of the electrodes of a bipolar junction transistor?
Did you say transgender?
No,
And
I told you I'm
No
tired.
wonder you're getting
All right.
confused.
What are the names of the electrodes of a bipolar junction transistor? Go ahead. Ding, 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 ding.
Now,
ding,
are you going to
ding,
give the
ding.
possible answers? There's an A, B, C, and D. Go
No,
ahead.
I want you to
No,
do
no,
right
go
off
ahead.
top
Go
of your
ahead.
head.
Go ahead and give him the
yeah,
possible
give
answers.
it the
See if we can
Okay.
narrow it down.
A, signal, bias, power. B, emitter, base, collector. C, input, output, supply. D, pole 1, pole 2, output.
Now, just take a guess first. And remember, you always pick C, but don't do it this time.
Mm-mm. No, it's not. It's D.
Nope.
It was actually B.
Bravo.
B.
B. See, I mean, these are some of the
Not C.
questions, and I'm like, okay, what are the names for the electrodes of a diode? A, plus and minus. B, source and drain.
Sorry.
C, an anode and cathode.
A what?
I don't know.
Annoyed.
An anode?
Anode, and this
Would
is
that be
annoying.
Would that be anode?
This is anoding.
Would that be anode?
Anode and cathode.
Cathode?
And D, gate and base.
A.
Nope. Pick C.
C.
Oh, you're the ham.
Okay, here's another one. What is the current through a 100 ohm resistor connected across 200 volts? A, 20,000 amperes. B, 0.5 amperes. C, 2 amperes. And D, 100 disappears.
Okay, this is one that I'm going to show you after the show. It's called Ohm's Law.
Okay.
It's X, Y equals Z, or X plus Y equals Z, or X, whatever. It's going to be one of those things, right? I'm going to show you the basics of Ohm's Law after the show. And then you will have to remember your algebra about, you fill in what isn't known as one of the X, Y, or Z, right?
Right.
And then you just have to manipulate the numbers so you can say this and this equals this. It's either this over this or this times this equals that.
All right,
So
what's the answer?
I don't know. I'd have to write it down. Anyway,
It's 2.
probably 2 amps, right? Did you say
I just said 2.
200 volts, 100 ohm resistor?
I said, what is the current through a 100 ohm resistor
what I said.
connected across 200 volts?
Yeah.
Now, for someone that has, look, I can change a light switch out. I can change a receptacle on the wall.
Yeah,
I
but
know
you know
what's
how she reads the
positive.
voltage. You know how she finds out if the
No. I have meters
I've
that
known
I
people like
use.
that.
I have meters. I have a box that I turn the breakers off at. But what I'm saying is, if the simple the stuff that's logical, like when you put up an antenna outside, make sure you're not near electrical lines.
I equals E over R. I being
Pixie. I know. I learned about Pixie. P equals hash star minus I / E.
You sure you're not talking about the mice?
I'm telling you right
Pixie
now.
and Dixie?
I never imagined. I mean, there's a whole bunch that I know. But which test are they going to give you?
I equals E over R. I is current in amperes. E is volt is
Why do I care,
electromotive
though?
force. Because you want to pass this test.
But what has that got to do with picking up a mic going K and B X43?
Because there's a difference between this and CB radio. Hey, good buddy, what's on your mind?
So many times I wanted to go breaker, raver.
We have what we call 10-4 filters on our.
Oh my gosh!
You know what CB stands for?
No.
You know what CB stands for?
No.
What kind of radios were they? CB radios.
Right.
You don't know what CB stands for?
After doing all this, I can't think of even what my
Really?
birth date is.
Do you remember the phrase terms citizens band?
Oh, Citizens Band Radio. I knew that.
Did you know what Ham's called CB radio?
I don't even want to know.
Chicken band.
Well, what does HAM actually stand for?
Actually, the letters are from the initials of the guys who first came up with the concept. Hiram and yada, yada, yada. I forgot what they all were.
Oh, no, this is fine. Why is my page saying the live video
Myron and
ended?
Myron.
Oh, it's Tuesdays. I'm telling you.
Is it next Tuesday or is it this past Tuesday?
I've done
Okay,
10
we're
chapters of instruction.
One alleged, I love that word that I never used. One alleged scumbucket. Down, one more to go. The man wanted for 4 murders in Tennessee was finally caught yesterday. Austin Drummond. He eluded lawmen for a week, coming out at night, even getting caught in numerous doorbell cameras. In some of the videos, he was seen with a rifle. This is a bizarre story that's going to unfold a little bit at a time. This is really weird. Back on July 29th, witnesses said they saw someone in an SUV leave a child, in a car seat on the front lawn in a small Tennessee community. Authorities later said there was no relationship between this kid and the individual whose lawn the child was left on. Don't know why the kid was left there. Investigators identified the kid, and they went to the home of the child's parents, Adriana Williams and Matthew Wilson, the baby's uncle, Braden Williams, and the baby's grandmother, Courtney Rose. But later, on July 29th, those 4 family members were found dead in Lake County. 2 days later, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation identified Drummond as a person of interest. I love the way they always put that. We want to talk to him. Maybe he's got some information to help us. Yeah, like, you done it, didn't you, dude? Then they obtained warrants charging him with 4 counts of murder, 1 count of aggravated kidnapping, 4 counts of felon in possession of a gun, and 1 count of possession of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. 3 other people face charges, 2 of being accessories after the fact of first-degree murder. One of those is also charged with tampering with evidence, but more details are going to be coming out. And you do know that accessory after the fact or before the fact of a crime carries the same penalty as the crime itself, right? Okay, just let you know about that. It's unclear what motive the police suspect in this really strange case. I don't know yet. It's what's not surprising. Drummond was released from prison last year after serving 10 years of a 13-year sentence. Last year, he was in prison. He still had 3 years to go. If he had remained in prison, he would not have been released until 2027. 4 people would be alive today. Adding to the strange part of the story, news reports indicate Drummond was caught with drugs and a gun inside the prison unit while serving his sentence. Yet, he was still released 3 years early. The American justice system is only as good as the humans we trust and pay to run that system. That's really, again, the justice system is great. The way it's implemented, it should be called the injustice system. Because a lot of it, how do you release a guy, because he did some bad things, to be sent to prison for 13 years?
Yeah.
And he commits crimes while he's in prison. One of them was attempted murder. Why? How do you release a guy that is in prison committing crimes and you release him early for crimes that he was convicted of doing? Would you not think that the parole board, that the prison system would say, hey, no way this sucker's getting out of here. This is what he did when he was in here.
Well, first question is, who makes up the parole board?
Yeah, political appointees, hacks.
There you go.
You asked me a question you don't want to answer.
No, I wanted the
question.
answer. No, I wanted the answer. And
Wow.
The hack is the best word you used.
That's the only word I can use that would fit for this microphone. Because I got a whole lot more. Want to know how to blow an 8 or 10-year higher education? You want to know how to screw it up? You go to school, higher education, you spend 8, 10 years or so in it. Want to know how to screw it up? You might be able to ask a Carteret County emergency room doctor in a few months. Dr. Aaron Moulton was arrested by Pitt County deputies this week and charged with having child pornographic material.
Oh.
According to arrest warrants, the 31-year-old physician was in possession of the porn depicting children between 7 and 10 years of age. The investigation dates back to December of 2024. Moulton lives just outside Greenville. Moulton was charged with 2 counts of second-degree sexual exploitation of a minor. Carteret Healthcare says Moulton is employed by U.S. Acute Care and is an emergency medicine doctor.
Oh, my Lord.
U.S. Acute Care confirmed he is an emergency physician with their group and that he has been removed from the schedule and placed on administrative leave, obviously pending a court proceeding. In a news release, deputies say the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children received a tip about child pornography last December. They reported it to the State Bureau of Investigation, who referred the case to the Pitt County Sheriff's Office. Back in March, after his arrest, Moulton posted a $150,000 bond. If you think that's all,
$150,000.
it's not.
That's, what is that, 15,000?
All right.
No, he posted the bond. A current teacher of the year remains in jail for multiple child porn counts after a raid Monday morning. Jesse Casino of Elizabeth City was charged with 5 counts of second-degree sexual exploitation of a minor after a search of his home. Police say they found several videos showing youngsters between the ages of 11 and 14 engaged in sexual acts. A staff directory says Casino is a teacher at Northeastern High School in Elizabeth City. In his mugshot, Casino was wearing a Northeastern High School t-shirt. Elizabeth City Pasquotank Public Schools Associate Superintendent Rachel Haynes says Casino is suspended pending an investigation.
Wow.
A social media post congratulated Casino for being named the Teacher of the Year at the high school for the 2025-26 school year. The 42-year-old casino was jailed under a $200,000 secured bond, and police say this remains an ongoing investigation.
You people, they make blow-up dolls. Leave children alone.
You think I'm finished?
No.
I'm
An
scared.
elderly Wayne County man was. I want you the word elderly. Pay attention. An elderly Wayne County man was arrested late last week for child sex crimes that happened about a quarter century ago.
What?
Oh, yeah. That stuff stays with you forever. Deputies have charged Donnie Colmore with 3 counts of indecent liberties with a child. They say that during an investigation into inappropriate sexual contact with a child, they discovered additional victims from 25 years ago.
Oh.
Deputies say when interviewed, the 84-year-old Colmore admitted to the crimes.
My gosh.
Colmore was released on a $60,000 unsecured bond.
Well, he'll die before he goes to court. God bless. The age of 84.
What
is going on?
You can't make this kind of stuff up. You know that? Let's do some weather while we're at it. What you think?
Yeah, and then I've got something really cool I have to tell you about.
We
I
have
got
some.
something bad to tell you about.
No.
Yeah.
Does it involve minors?
Drugs.
Oh my gosh.
Does it involve Kathy?
No.
Okay, then it's not that bad. We have some challenging weather we may have to deal with over the next week. Offshore today, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4. They're 9 seconds apart, sounds and rivers of moderate chop. It's a decent day on the water. Don't worry about the rain. The fish will bite in the rain. The waves are going to be minor and they're going to be far apart. Northeasterly winds tomorrow, kicking up a bit, 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 every 5 seconds. They're each half the distance between them tomorrow. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop, showers likely. Friday, northeasterly winds kicking up a bunch, 15 to 20, possibly higher. Seas 3 to 5 feet, 2 to 3 near shore. You're not going to be able to get there. Sounds and rivers choppy, showers likely.
Today, showers and thunderstorms are likely. Mostly cloudy with a high near 82. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy with a low around 70. Thursday, a chance of showers and a possible thunderstorm. Partly sunny with a high near 84. Friday, partly sunny with a high near 85 and a chance of showers and thunderstorms. I feel like I'm on repeat, like a record. When the needle gets all the way to the end,
They
and
don't know what
sits there
that
and it
is.
goes.
They have no idea what a needle is. And not a soul out there listening knows what a stuck needle is. It sounds like on a record. What's a record? A record? Is that one of those things you break? Well,
Oh my gosh! And LP.
Something
You know
about
what
the
that stands for? LP?
Oh,
It's on the ham test.
Right, for my
Long
brain's
play.
on overload right now. It's like, do you see smoke coming
It
out?
is long play.
Long play.
Okay. In the studio right now, it's 70 degrees, 71 now. It was 70 a few minutes ago, 99% humidity. We had 0.93 inches of rain here yesterday. Randy out there at Southwest, these are members of the Onslow Amateur Radio Club, of which sooner or later Lee will become one. It was 72 in the Southwest community. He had 0.38 inches of rain yesterday. Joe, my friend down there in the borough, he had 74 degrees this morning and had no rainfall yesterday. Lee, another Lee, a different Lee. He's from Back Swamp. He had 73 degrees this morning and 0 rain yesterday as well. If you're looking at the Atlantic hurricane season, the ocean out there right now, the forecast charts, if you pull them up from the National Hurricane Center, you're going to see 3 areas that the Hurricane Center is watching closely. Not so much for the first one. Dexter is a tropical storm north and east of the East Coast, posing no threat. Close to shore is what the weather guys call a weak trough. Their terminology is wonderful. You should know that it's along the North Carolina coast and extends all the way down the coastline to the Florida coastline. There's a pretty good chance that a low pressure system, meaning something that is somewhat organized, will develop, and from that there is an increasing chance for tropical development. If the low pressure system starts moving westward towards the eastern seaboard, there is the possibility that it will become a tropical depression. Current thoughts are that it will then turn more northward. Back towards the southern part of the middle Atlantic, a large area has the early sign of another low pressure system developing. with the possibility that towards the end of the week, another tropical system could be born. Bottom line is that you need to keep listening, watching, reading updates on these systems for development. We'll provide updates if any suspicious movement happens. And today at 1100 Eastern Time, 11 a.m., which would be 4 hours later, would be 1500 Zulu Time.
Don't
Got
do
it?
that, please.
It's 11 a.m. today at the Ace Hardware. Oh, I had a space cadet moment. At the Ace Hardware on Henderson Drive, there in the shopping complex. It used to be a cow pasture when I went to Jacksonville High, right across the street. There's going to be a special Weather Wednesday event sponsored by the fine folks there in the weather department at WCTI. Donnie Cox is going to be there live and in person. Bring your autograph books. He'll be glad to sign them.
He autographed the back of my weather radio when I bought mine before.
When she said the back, it scared me for just a moment. Did you? You had a stop.
Y'all rigging with men, I'm gonna tell you.
You had a stop and think moment there. Didn't you?
I was reliving this morning, yesterday, when Lee asked you if you liked bear hunting.
You're still on that one, right? Oh my gosh. Anyway, at 11 o'clock this morning and lasting all the way through 6:30 this evening at the Ace Hardware on Henderson Drive here in Jacksonville. It's a special edition of the Wednesday Weather Radio Day.
Yes.
Bring your weather radios. If you bought a new one, if you got one that's left over from yesteryear, and you bring it in, a bunch of members of the Onslow Amateur Radio Club there will be there to help program it. They'll program it for you to set it up on whatever county or counties that you want to listen to in case something happens. These weather alert radios are cool. Now, the old ones, the new ones, same model, same radio, but they've got they've been programmed a little bit differently by the fine folks there at Midland. They can be programmed so as soon as that weather alert that goes off, you don't have to get out of bed and go and then reset the radio. It automatically resets. That's a plus to me. Mm-hmm. If nothing else, that was worth the extra dollars. I think I got mine for like $35 or something.
That's about what I paid for mine, incling batteries. Add batteries.
There's 2 or 3 ringing around here.
The autograph
was free. She paid him for that. But I've got one up in the other room. If something happens, I want to know about it, especially when it's after midnight, when I'm in bed.
Oh, believe me, it'll wake you up.
I know it does. It has.
I'm surprised there aren't dead people out in the yard,
Oh, it's not bad. There's a little spot there on the ceiling right above my bed where I go, so wham!
It is just, I have fallen off the couch before.
But anyway, they're going to be there in the Onslow Amateur Radio Club. Some of the fine folks there. See Randy, Joe, and Lee today. I know they'll be there. So
yep.
See
I will see my new friends.
Will Lady Blue be there?
I'm going nice. Sure I am.
She got to learn how to program this radio.
And I've got to go to the dollar store too and get some dish detergent, some laundry detergent.
These radios, you can get them there at Ace Hardware. They will have a supply of them. One is none, 2 is 1. Okay, you need a second radio just in case.
Well, I will tell you, the first of the week when we had the
flooding, yeah.
I even got it on my computer. The alerts on my computer. I got them on my TV from Spectrum. I got them on my phone. I got it on the weather radio. Mm-hmm. And what else? My alarm system.
And the sheriff's.
And the sheriff's app. They were first.
Yeah.
They beat it coming in on my weather radio by seconds. But I was like, well, I guess we might be having some flash flooding.
Yeah, that we can tell. Anyway, that's going to be happening today from 11 until 6:30.
Good time
you got some news first.
Well, I want the good news because Dr. Rose is calling.
Oh.
Well, okay. So we're talking about fentanyl. I talked to a friend of mine last night at the beach, and sadly, a family member of his, he didn't die from it, thank God, but he took it. But said there is a new drug out there that's not a new drug. It's an old drug from the 50s and 60s that is 10 times worse than fentanyl. And it's out there.
Call us and let us know. Wow.
Did he tell you what it is?
No, but I know what it is.
Okay.
Medazine.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Medazine. And it's 10. It was from the 50s and 60s, and it was taking the place, or it was stronger than morphine.
Yep.
thing, and that's
I'll have to
what.
look up that story on Benadryl. There's a story on Benadryl that just came out advising people not to take it.
Uh-oh.
What was? I'll have to look at
What
it.
am I
We'll
going to do
talk
for
about
bee
that.
stings?
I don't know, but I'm like, ooh, but
I just mix it with Coke when I have Coca-Cola.
I'm glad you
What a bee is me.
I'm like, did you see how big my eyes got?
Liquid Coke, y'all. Liquid Coke.
Yeah.
But anyway, mix it with that. No, I'm kidding.
That was the bad news, is that there's now something worse than fentanyl.
There will always be something coming down the pike that's worse than whatever we
We'll
got
have to
out
check
there.
that out, Chris.
You got good news before?
Yeah,
Dr.
real
Roscoe?
quick.
We got bad news for her.
I follow the Marlin tournament out of
It's over.
Alanga. I know that, but right now, the 52nd White Marlin Open tournament is underway. It's one of the largest sports fishing tournaments in the world out of Maryland. No, but look,
Out of Maryland?
a boat out of Atlantic Beach, North Carolina, is making headlines after reeling in a massive blue marlin during the opening
marlin?
day. Yes, one of the largest. Like
it
I
was
said,
a White Marlin tournament.
no, I didn't say anything about white marlin.
I haven't heard of it.
Oh, well, yeah, I did.
Good.
52nd White Marlin Open. Evidently, the blue marlin counts because the Barbara Bee, representing North Carolina's coast, landed a 929.5 pound blue marlin Monday.
That's a big fish. That's the
Right up-
record setter for Maryland.
Wow.
Right now, they are in the running to capture $4.4 million.
I would not be fishing anymore because nobody's going to beat that 900-pound marlin.
If the weight holds
in
through the rest of the
Maryland.
tournament, they'll be getting over $4 million for it. But they didn't stop there.
Hey,
Angler
folks, I need the radio.
Andrew Schreiber out of Essex, Maryland, also landed the top dolphin of the day from the Barbara Bee, 32.5 pounds.
That's not a big one.
Adding to,
I mean,
well,
it's a big one, but it's not a record
yeah,
setter.
well, so far, he's got the largest.
That's
So,
all he counts.
They're both off the same ship or boat.
both on the same Barbara
Wow.
Bee.
You know, during the Spanish mackerel tournament, they have a king mackerel division also up here for Carter Community College.
Mhm.
Weather was crappy one year, and I entered all of the divisions generally. So when I would enter, and I won the king mackerel division. I placed in second place, I think, in the Spanish division, or maybe first place in the artificial lure part of the Spanish mackerel. But I won the king mackerel division. I had the only king mackerel, almost 7 pounds. I kid you not.
Wasn't that a couple years ago?
About 4 or 5 years ago, I called my buddy Andy, who fished. He's been fishing forever, and he's been fishing king mackerel tournament and never won first place. He placed, but he fishes the real tournaments, the big tournaments, right?
Yeah.
I called him. I said, "Guess who won the king mackerel division?" Are you kidding me? Because he was disappointed. He had never won one, and I didn't fish like he does. I said, "I won first place." Oh my! After he did the congratulations, how big was it? I said, "Almost 7 pounds." Do that again? I said, "Almost 7 pounds." He said, "It doesn't matter. You got first place trophy."
There you go.
I hope the Barbara Bee keeps the record going. And right now, it's the 5th largest marlin in this tournament ever. So, 929 pounds. Could you imagine that coming on the dock at
I can't imagine.
Morehead City?
I can't imagine
They
how
had
long
them.
it took to find it.
Oh, I remember that one they had.
There was a gentleman, Mr. Barber, Captain Barber, down in.
Wasn't there one
Carolina Beach.
100,000?
He had a fish over 1,000 pounds, blue marlin.
I thought so too.
I forgot where he caught it. I don't think it was.
Largest.
I'm not sure it was in North Carolina. I got to figure out. But Dennis Barber, he owns a hardware fishing supply store there in Carolina Beach. May have been
Let me
retired
see
by
what
now.
it says.
In fact,
Ooh.
cool. Remember the big shooting down there in Fort Hood, where the guy went kind of crazy with a
Yeah.
gun?
Mhm.
His daughter was a police officer there, civilian police officer. She's the one that took the guy down. She got wounded, but she took him down. So,
Women MPs.
yeah,
Kathy.
Well, here
got
I
mad,
am.
shot.
Here
Don't make them warm
I
up
think
when
this
they
is
come back.
wrong, but it says right now the largest blue marlin captured in the Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament is a 914-pound fish.
Oh,
Was caught by a team known as Top Dog.
that's probably right. Remember, but the other one did not
Qualify?
because he got disqualified. The biggest one, I think it was.
Oh, here's a legendary 1,402-pound blue marlin, but I don't think that was here. So anyway, yeah, I remember the Top Dog.
Okay, we got as soon as the good dog gets on the line here, we got a question. We got a question from yesterday's story. Involves hand, feet, mouth.
It involves what?
Hands, feet, mouth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for Dr. Rose.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, look at this.
You're scratching already.
What is it?
You got any red
horse? Horse. Hoof. Horse.
That was a horse sound.
Ah, okay.
I can't do
You're
the
my
horse. I can do
Karen.
the jackass. Timmy has taught me well.
We hope he's found a bathroom indoors.
He's got one anywhere he
Yeah, I
goes. He's a good boy. He's a good old boy. He
will make you
If he
laugh.
can find a cornfield, he's in heaven. Just find some good old dried corn cobs.
But that's got to be miserable
It would
if you
be.
need to sit to go to the bathroom.
No.
Squat.
Sit, bend over, whatever you guys do.
A lot of guys would go and they'd find them a log and do not do that.
No.
On
That's
the other
what
side
it
over
is.
there, no, forget about that. Some things that go,
Termites?
no, snakes.
Oh, please help us. Dr. Rose is on the phone. Lord have mercy.
Actually, you can find the answer at Ace Hardware or any store like that.
The answer?
What?
Porta potties?
No.
How to sit on a log?
No. What to sit on? A paint bucket.
Oh, yeah. Well, that works too.
No, yeah, they're perfect.
Yeah, I agree. On a boat, it's really handy.
Yeah, well, we always carry a bucket on the boat just in case. That's the reason I got the boat that I got now, because my wife forced me to get it because she was tired of sitting on the bucket. That's what she told
Dr.
me.
Rose has one, please.
Good morning, Doc. How are you?
I'm doing well, just listening.
Oh, you should have been here yesterday, but we got a
Yeah.
question for you today based upon yesterday. So
Yeah.
anyway,
All right, I love questions.
how are things going up there in is it Alamance County?
Elements.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very rainy.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we had almost an inch here at the studio yesterday. So, yeah, that was a storm that just kept on coming. It wasn't hard rain, but it was steady for a little bit longer than normal around here. But whatever. Well, we're good. I've got one question for you. Yesterday we talked about a story, and apparently it happens in a lot of places. But across the United States of America and some other places, like especially in the Caribbean, there's something called hand, foot, and mouth disease that apparently is making an impact. They had one death. I think St. Thomas was it, but they had one kid died there. Do we have such an animal around here?
Yes, we do. Hand, foot, and mouth disease has been around for a very long time. It starts with if it's a young kid, irritability. They'll probably have a fever. They don't feel well, and then they get these bumps. And just like the name, hand, foot, mouth, they do get them on the palms of their hands, on the soles of their feet, and inside their mouth. They can get in other areas like their little diaper area, anything that is wet. That's where the little bumps come up. They're very, very painful. They can have a very high fever. I'm guessing that the child that died might have gotten dehydrated. It's very hot in the Caribbean, and they might have gotten dehydrated. That together with not drinking and maybe, the high fever might have led to dehydration. It's very, very, very rare to have a death because of it, especially in the United States. Because, we got the Pedialyte and all those electrolyte fluids, and parents know that you can't let your kid get dehydrated for the most part. But it's a miserable, maybe 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
And the fever can get very, very high, 104, 105. so if the child that has it has a disposition towards febrile seizures, you have to be careful because since the fever gets high so fast, it can trigger a seizure.
I told you yesterday she would know about this stuff.
Oh, yes, you did.
Oh, wow. Okay, now, according to the story, you helped me out here. This would sound to be not exactly the way I would have thought it. You can send the kid to school. It's okay as long as the kid does not have a fever.
What?
What? Oh, no, I don't think so. It's contagious.
Yeah, that's what I read. I said it's highly contagious. You can get it by touching stuff that somebody who's infected has touched.
It's spread in the saliva, and I mean, kids put their mouth and their hands in their mouth all the time. So I don't know. I wouldn't send my kid. And it's actually one of the things that daycares will report if they have even one child in there, so the parent is aware of it because it's so contagious. So I believe that whoever gave that information or got that information is incorrect. That's not how I understand hand, foot, mouth.
I can just see a kid going to school
with mouth is also related to chickenpox, by the way.
Okay, I could just see a kid going to school that doesn't have a fever. So it's okay. Mama says it's okay. I can go to school. I don't have a fever, but just loaded with these bumps all over their face. I don't think that's going to work. I see teachers sending that kid home.
Dr. Rose gave me a good lead into this question.
Uh-oh.
And when Dr. Rose, you mentioned chickenpox. So a friend of mine, his daughter got shingles.
Oh, my God.
How old?
Probably late 20s.
Oh, okay.
Late 20s. No, I'm sorry. Late 20s. I'm sorry. No, just their daughter. Their daughter. So then her daughter got chickenpox.
Okay, yeah.
So I guess is that how it can spread that way?
It's rare, but because shingles is reactivated varicella virus, you can shed the virus and get chickenpox from that person. So that is true.
So they suspected that the daughter gave it to the mother because she broke out on her back. And I guess then the husband said, well, no, I don't think it's shingles. She's not reacting to shingles. What's the main reaction to shingles? And I've never had it, thank the Lord.
I got needles for that.
Oh, it's bad.
I get them.
Well, with shingles, you get a line of little pustules. They're itchy, and the whole line is painful. And it's usually in the back somewhere, but it can be in more dangerous places like in the face or around the eye. To get in the eye, immediately make an appointment with your eye doctor because that can be very dangerous as it can get in the nerve. But it lasts approximately between a week and 2 weeks. You have body aches, you just don't feel well, but it's very painful, very uncomfortable, right where those lesions are. And you usually just get one line of them. They're across a nerve, a dermatome. And so that whole line of lesions is actually a nerve that's gotten infected with it.
Are the chickenpox, do they still give vaccines to children before?
Yes, absolutely. They have vaccines at 1 and 4 to prevent chickenpox.
Thank you.
Well, I just wanted to add to the shingles. We have a mutual friend here, the three of us, that got shingles and actually ended up never coming out of the hospital. That person had other
pre-existing
conditions, but you could see where the shingles was just eating away at their skin. It was horrible. And I do believe that having the shingles added to the I wouldn't say demise, I would say the hastening of the end of life, because it was just horrible what this person was going through.
Yep.
And it was an older person, like Rayford said, had pre-existing medical conditions, but shingles, for people like that, there's no way to fight it, is there, Dr. Rose?
That is true, because it counts on a certain type of immunity that you have. So people that are sickly or very, very elderly and have a decreased immunity have the worst outcome with it, because they have no way to battle it.
Yeah, well, she was a cancer
Right.
survivor.
Yeah.
Yes, she was a cancer survivor too, but yeah, she had
She had a rough time.
Yeah, and then I had another friend that had a lot of health issues that had contracted it, and I would go visit her. I stayed with her the last 2 days of her life, at the hospital. But what it did to the skin, whew, I'm gonna tell you, if you're susceptible to it, go get the vaccine. 'Cause, man, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, and the problem is it's a reactivated chickenpox virus in you. So it's not necessarily that they're spreading it. It can spread, but it's usually just you. You had the chickenpox, or even if you were vaccinated against the chickenpox, that's a form of having had the chickenpox. So you can reactivate and get shingles.
Wow. Well, I mean, okay, we're getting close to school. We got a couple of weeks to go in some locations. So, are all our kids in North Carolina ready?
I hope so, and I wish, but you can always have more ready. Let's get them waking up early, going to sleep early, having routines, making sure that they open up those old math books. They're reading books and do little book reports, handwriting, the whole thing. And they have to have times where they're going to sit down, but give them something fun to do. I mean, take them to a fun park where they can learn stuff. Make sure you mix it up for them. They need, kids need fun. So in these last few weeks, cherish the time that they have off. Yeah. Make sure you do something entertaining that gives them great memories. That's an important part of a kid's life. And, just make sure that you spend time. You as a parent, you guys spend time with the kids.
And go in about 4:00 in the morning and wake them up just so they'll get used to it.
Oh, I don't know about 4:00 in the morning.
Why not? Just, they need to get accustomed.
You'll be having to have a nap at 10 a.m.
Well, don't they have nap time in school? They used to.
No, I don't think they
Not
do.
in high school.
I don't think they do nap time anymore.
Really?
I'm maybe in the younger grades, but
that's what I miss. So.
I still believe in Dr. Rose. I think we asked you this once before, and I think you verified it. Isn't it healthy for even adults to take like an hour nap during the day?
Amen. Yes.
Just say yes.
Just say yes.
Dr. Rose, did I throw you a curveball? That's right. If you go to Spain or Portugal, a whole bunch of Latin American countries, it's part of their day. You stop working around 12 and you come back at 2. So it's 8 to 12, and then you have your lunch, or if you can, you go back home and you rest a little while, and you're back at work from 2 to 6, and that's your work day. So it prolongs the workday a little bit, but you get a little family time, and that's their heavier meal time. So they have a little bit of a heavy meal. They rest after that, and they get up and they go back to work.
But mentally, it's good for you as well, isn't it?
She's our favorite doctor.
I was just kidding. Can you write me?
I believe that people who do it think that it's the way to go. So.
Well, if it's mentally good, can you write me a prescription?
I can see Americans doing that.
Yeah, we can get.
Can you write
I'll
me a
do that.
prescription?
Maybe my insurance company will take care of it.
I think there was a better way. I think there was a better way, because in England, when I was working as a teenager, you were allowed, and this was in press shops where making heavy bodies for lorries, trucks, and so on. You were allowed to go to the bar and drink. So everybody in on the lines would have
jumping on Peter's train.
Good gracious,
Peter.
That's interesting. Okay, well, there were rations aboard ships, including British Royal Marine type vessels when the Royal Marines were on board, and they actually they had a ration of beer that they have every day. Some places they used to have rum on board for sailors. So anyway, the British had it going. The reason they lost the war.
I'll go your route, Dr. Rose. I'll take the nap.
Yeah, that's right. It's hard to come back to work after the rum.
Have a rum drink at 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock with your lunch, and you're going to take a nap for at least 3 hours.
Can we just get a cot in the back of the bar? Have a rum, go lay down?
Probably wouldn't want one back there. Dr. Rose, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rose.
You are very welcome. I enjoy your questions.
We appreciate your time as always. Thank you. I should have introduced you.
Week.
But Mr. Wright, ladies, is in town. He's in the seat in the house here in the studios. Mr. Wright, never wrong, right?
If you say so. My wife would differ.
Never right, maybe always wrong.
Just for the record, Peter got the email. Lee got it. You got it. Somebody left me off the color blue.
We always checked.
Okay.
You've got to get on board. You need to check. You need to check the trade. That's what we got going here on the radio.
Okay.
We send out a note every morning.
Well, we were in Orange yesterday, and somebody else, without mentioning her name.
I had to send you a special message yesterday. She didn't get it. I forgot to include her. Anyway, Peter is in here for a monthly visit, and we always like it because we have, by the time you get in here, there have been people trying to scam me. There have been people out there, and I get irritated watching TV. Some of the cable channels and the other channels that are paid channels or whatever kind of channels they are, these commercials that come on. Now's the time, and it's open enrollment. This is a perfect time for you. You do have Part A and B. No, I'm only 14, huh? So, but I still get these calls. And how are y'all in the industry not policing this? Peter's involved with the Medicare, Medicaid schemes that other people they're called the other people that are trying to get to my wallet. They are schemers and scammers, right?
Yeah. Well, every month I have to check and make sure that whoever's been scheduled to move is actually wanting to move. So I have to call them before the end of the month so I can talk to them. Because there's a lot of agents just phoning up trying to get people to move just so that they can get the commission. And it's not best.
How can they be listed as agents approved? Because I assume the Medicare, our government is a Medicare, right? Mm-hmm. I assume our government has regulations. Does our government not have regulations about what agents can and cannot do?
Yeah, and they attempt to change things, but then sometimes, like we're going to change who would be able to use the weather-related SEPs, special election codes. So weather-related special election codes. So when there was bad weather this last year, there was special election codes put out that you could only that you had to use if somebody was affected by the weather. And a lot of some agents used those when they shouldn't have done. And so there was one person that was terminated from one of the companies recently for doing 37 in one county in North Carolina. That all said that they'd been affected by this weather-related act, but they weren't actually in that county. If you had one or two people, you could understand it because maybe they got advice from somebody from another county that was affected, but not from Yeah, not when you got 37 or so. So
So,
they were.
now, what kind of impact does it have? So these 37 individuals did a little change and whatever. Is that going to affect them? I mean, as far as
They're going to be able to keep the plan they were put into, assuming it's the best one for them.
Okay.
But if they
Or they can change.
or if they complained about it, they could change.
Okay. Well, at least
Yeah.
at least we didn't throw them to the wolves.
Because I've had people that have been moved, and I haven't been able to get hold of them, and then they phone me up afterwards, and I've said just complain to CMS about it.
Now, if this happens and this guy gets caught, what happens to him besides he just can't do this anymore for Medicare? Is there anything else? I mean, does he go to the slammer?
Well, no. What happens? He gets. So, variety of things can happen depending on. You can be warned. You can be terminated for calls from the carrier's site, from the carrier. You can be terminated as an agent. And then you can be fined, and there can even be jail time. So there are a variety of different.
I vote for jail time. That gets some attention that way. Now, if we got a guy and he does this, he works for another company, right?
Mm-hmm.
He works for somebody.
Yeah.
Now, does whoever he works for, why haven't they caught him or stopped him or gotten involved prior to? Are they held accountable for anything?
Well, in the case that I've mentioned to you, it was a company that actually took action against that person.
Oh, his company did.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So they caught him.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Self-policing is best.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a good question, Peter. These people that are calling up and they call and they call and call. I'd like to speak to Chris Marks, please. Hello, Chris. I'm calling about your Medicare and the benefits that you're entitled to that we haven't told about yet. These extra benefits that the government owes you. Those scams?
A lot of it can be because you've got. Firstly, you're not allowed to phone up anybody. So it's a scam if you're being phoned up out of the blue. You haven't arranged it.
Right.
Because you're not allowed to do that. About Medicare Advantage plans, you are not allowed to do that. So that's the first thing that's wrong. And secondly, there's a lot of advertising, which. So that's, there's a lot of advertising which says, well, you can get an extra $3,300 per year for food. Mm-hmm. Seniors don't know this. They're just talking about people that have got Medicare and Medicaid, and people that have got that nowadays have already pretty much been signed up for a plan. That gives them that ability already. Right. So they're trying to get other people interested, and I say, no, sorry, you don't qualify for that, but I can help you with this instead, which is so no.
I always have fun.
Be very careful. You want to make sure you're talking to an agent that's experienced and has has got is going to be truthful to you. Really want an agent that's I'm trying to think of the right word. Contracted with all the carriers in your area. Right. That's what you want. That way you'll be, that you're looking at the right range of products. So you're not just being given something that person is. He's only signed up with one company. He's a captive agent. And therefore, that's all he can give you. And so he's just pushing that.
Whether it may or may not be the best plan for you out there.
Yeah.
But he has to push it because he doesn't represent anyone else. He can't write anybody else. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I understand if I had nothing but and I ran a paint shop and I had nothing but blue paint in there, I wouldn't try to sell anything else, right?
Yeah.
Well, sort of makes,
and there are a lot of captive agents.
which
are only with one carrier,
Okay, so if they call me and I ask them, okay, you're trying to sell me, I'll pick a plan, plan B. What about plan A, C, and X? Can you compare all those and tell me which one? Let me decide which one I like best. And they can't do it. That would be a problem. For me, that would be a red flag. I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, they may bullshit you a bit though and pretend that they are able to do it. So I don't know exactly what these unscrupulous people are doing. Yeah.
If you call me, I can tell you a lot. Okay, now we've got. I looked at scanned through some of the information you're providing here. It looks like the cost for us, premium wise, the stuff that we have to pay, looks like some increases here going on, and some things that we may not be aware of yet, right?
Well, it's actually that's when you first read this. This is from the articles. So what I've had to do, I've looked. So we get told as agents what's likely to happen and what's going on for 2026. So
the great changes,
and
right?
And we're not allowed to talk about those until October. So what I did was I did a search using ChatGPT.
What is that?
For all
AI.
Oh,
it's incredible. It's really it's
fake intelligence.
But what I did, I checked every article that pulled up. So it pulled up all the published articles that are open to the public. And it spent 5 minutes going through, pulled up about 30 or 40 different articles. And this is a summary of all the key points that I can talk about.
Okay.
So there's a 5.1% federal increase for plans in 2026, but that's what the government is paying the carriers, an increase of 5.1%. So that it's expected to add billions to federal spending, and it's viewed positively by the insurers. So they're getting extra money for this.
The insurance companies are.
Yeah, the insurance companies.
Oh.
However,
it is always that.
Major insurers are scaling back plans in some counties.
So they're going to get more money from the government, but they're not going to be dishing out as much.
It's due to profitability pressures in some of the areas.
Oh.
I mean, we saw that last year with one of the carriers here, and we're still going to see some of that because some of the companies didn't get it right, with possibly with Part D prescription drug changes last year because they were massive. Yeah. So coverage reduction and market withdrawal expected in 2026. That was what was. I saw an article on that from a Wall Street Journal. But some good things. No retroactive. So no denial of hospital stays. So they can't go back and say, hey, you can't, that hospital stay is denied now. They can't retroactively go ahead and do that except for fraud reasons.
So in other words, if I went to the hospital last year or at some point in time, whenever I go to the hospital and they deny me, they deny the payment.
There must have been a few instances of this because this is one of the things that there is a rule about that created now.
Oh.
And also, it seems like this would be good based on what you were saying earlier. AI use in approvals is restricted.
Fake intelligence use in approvals is restricted.
Well, I certainly don't want a doctor who uses AI to operate on me, so I can understand that.
Yeah.
It's good.
AI does not mean sober. Dual eligible members. I don't understand. Do I have
That's
dual
people with
eligibility?
Medicare and Medicaid.
Oh,
So there's some more protections
okay.
for them.
Well, they have Medicare and Medicaid.
Yes.
Okay, you're on Medicare, but why do you get Medicaid if you're on Medicare?
Well, if you've got a very low income, say you're only making $800 or $900 a month in income, then you're eligible for Medicaid.
Well, wouldn't Medicare take care of anything, everything?
Well, it gives. So what Medicaid does, it helps. People that have got very low incomes aren't able to pay the copays and some of the drug costs. So it helps them with that. And because there is a lot of poverty. I've been to some of these houses and they've got nothing.
I think you have to make at least, I think the cutoff used to be like $19,000 a year. If you made under $19,000, you were eligible for Medicaid. Because my mom had a retirement, and then when she became a certain age, she went on Medicare. But what she earned off of Medicare, you're right, Medicare did not pay for all the copays and other things. Yeah. And I found out a couple of years before she passed that she was actually eligible for Medicaid because of her age and because of her income from her retirement and Medicare. And
so she could get both.
Yeah, she got both, and it ended up paying everything. She had no medical expenses. Yeah. And I wish I had known that years and years before.
It makes a huge difference
it does.
To people. And they, and believe you me, there are some people that really need it.
So, this is a reason to contact folks like Peter. Peter, he's our homegrown. We got him right here. Right. He's our captive. We he's the guy you can reach out to if you can hear us. Well, if you're in England, no, you can't hear. But if you are, if you're in Eastern North Carolina, you're in North Carolina, you are the man to go to, right? Anywhere in North Carolina?
Yeah, anywhere in North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you got relatives, and not just yourselves, think about your relatives. Maybe your parents are living somewhere in North Carolina, like Lee was talking about there. Maybe there's some stuff out there that you would benefit in having a chat with Peter. So we'll give you some more information about that. Get your pens and paper ready. We'll give you telephone numbers shortly. Premiums increasing for drug plans, Part D drug plans.
Yeah, no, they're allowed to go up by about 6.1% a year, and that's what. So what happened last year? We had the what was it called? The IRA changes, Inflation Reduction Act changes, that which caught and drug costs, instead of being capped at $8,000, they were capped at $2,000, which was excellent news for someone like me that gets. I would have otherwise paid $16,000, in drugs on one of these plans a couple of years ago. So they had to. Because the insurers, the carriers didn't really know how to calculate things, or it was their first year with these new rules, there were a lot more protections for the insurers last year. This year, some of those protections are going away, so the insurers are taking on more risk because the risk corridors have been eliminated, where if the insurers made a loss, then the government would help pay some of that. Some of the costs for the drugs. So what's happening now is they're releasing some of the, they're letting the insurers charge more if they need to, but they're no longer, the government is no longer going to bail them out. There's still some protections at this stage.
So they're going to charge you perhaps an additional $39 a month?
No, that's what the base premium is. But I think previous it would have been 6% of whatever that was. So say it was $36 before. It's not so it's an increase of 6%.
I got you.
That's what they're saying. Now the maximum allowable increase in a premium last year was $35. This year, a premium for a drug plan can increase in 1 year by up to $50. That's an announcement by CMS.
That's per year?
That's per year.
Okay.
So that can be the maximum amount if it's necessary. So we are based on that. I would expect to see quite a lot of premium increases next year in standalone Part D drugs. So the ones where people have a supplement plan and the standalone Part D drug plan. The Part D deductible is rising. So this is a maximum deductible that these plans are allowed to have, is rising from $590 to $615.
Okay.
So that's going to affect people a bit. But the main one is the out-of-pocket cap is going to rise from $2,000 to $2,100. So you're going to see increases, and I think it's going to become. I think we're going to see a lot more people moving from Medicare supplement plans with a separate drug plan to Advantage plans because of we've seen the costs in the supplement plans go up so much, and we're now seeing them. It's likely to happen in the Part D.
So under the Advantage plan, we're not going to see those kinds of increases.
No, this is well. You'll still see the out-of-cap pocket rising to $2,100.
Right, got that.
But there's more money coming into those carriers. Every time somebody signs up for an Advantage plan, you're getting plus minus 12. The insurance company is getting plus minus $12,000 paid to them by the government.
Oh, really?
For that person that signed up for that year. So that helps cover the drug costs, all Part A and Part B costs, and all the benefits that they provide. That's where they get that money from.
Okay. So that's another incentive for people to go to the Advantage plans instead of the supplement plans.
Very much so, because every time I look at people's drugs, it's always been cheaper if they go for an Advantage plan than if they have a standalone Part D plan to go and get your, because when you go to the pharmacy, you've got a copay or so, and it's always cheaper for the drugs if you do it through.
Now, and I don't want to be bragging, but I got smart last year because Peter, after 2 or 3 years, beat it into my head. I finally understood that I should be listening to what he was saying and, maybe make some changes. And I did last year. And I'll tell you, at the drugstore itself, I don't have a lot of drugs I have to take. Prescription drugs, nothing like I don't have to take a bunch of stuff. But it's just really cool when it says amount due 0.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to my doctor and the amount due for the $20 copay, 0. It's like up in a year's time. I might even be able to get a tank or two of gas. And and I don't scoff at those kinds of. I will pick up a quarter that I find on the floor or on the ground somewhere in a heartbeat.
I do.
That's always been me.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Penny upside down or heads up or down. Don't matter to me. I'm going to pick it up.
I just threw a quarter down so I have a reason to pick it up. Without, I'm not going to pick it up for a penny, but for 26 cents, yeah, absolutely. I'll pick that sucker up. Throw a quarter down. It works in my mind, okay?
Yeah. I once bought a car. It was quite funny, and it had been squashed by a tree. And so it had rained inside, and I wanted the engine and the front, the hood and the wing off of it. Yeah. And but when but it was full of trash. So I thought, well, I could either leave it or take it out, but I took it out. I got 6 bags of trash out of it, but I found about $250 worth of tools and $150 of quarters in all the mud that was in the bottom of that car. It was quite amazing.
Amazing.
I'm going to go find me some cars. Forget about it.
We should go to the junkyard.
Yeah.
They have all the old junk cars today.
A
Metal detector?
It had a brand new battery, and I've still got the engine and transmission in one of my son's cars. It's still working 12 years later, and the bumper and the hood are on my car outside. So
really?
There you go.
I remember as a kid that we had to vacuum the car out. That was one of our deals. We had to go vacuum the car, clean the car out. We had this little stupid whisk brooms, and then you had to get the vacuum cleaner out and run that big old vacuum cleaner with 500 extension cords on it to get it out to the car to vacuum. But I started liking to do it. I enjoyed it after a while because I had to go down in the seats to get the French fries out, and I'm like,
no, you didn't.
There's lots of things in the seats you
I
don't.
found quarters.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you ate the French fries.
Ugh.
Well,
Ugh.
I gave them to my sister. She didn't know the difference.
let me nuke them for 30 seconds.
They didn't have noodles in those days. But put them on the dash of the car, they'll heat up. Not a
Oh my
problem.
gosh.
But I found a lot of change in the seats, down behind the seats.
Mm-hmm.
Today, I find stuff that's been missing for a year or so that falls down between the seats and that
Pool
center console.
noodles. Pool noodles.
got
I
one.
told you about.
I
did you do it?
I did.
It
Got one and
works,
a half and
doesn't
put them
it?
on both sides, yeah.
Especially like when you first get in your vehicle and before
Hmm.
you even put the keys in the ignition, you drop them between the seats.
Yes.
So
I
a
have to
pool
get out.
noodle down there will save
what?
you. Pool
You know,
noodle.
between the seat and the console, they sell this little thing you can buy on one of those TV
No, it's not worth
online
it.
things. No, just get yourself a pool noodle, cut it to the length, and if you have to
Stuff
split
it
it
down
like
there.
I did, slip it right down there between the seat and the center console, and all that stuff that you spill that goes down, and you try to have to get out and find it, it doesn't.
That's
It
a good
stops right
idea
there.
because that happens
That was
to
an
me
excellent
often.
idea. Yes, it happened to me always.
I did it. In fact, my sister was in my truck the other day. She goes, "What is this pool noodle doing?" I said, "Yeah." I explained it
Save
to
it,
her.
man.
She's like, "Oh, okay."
It's a great idea.
Yeah, it works great.
That is a
does.
good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I saw that on a TikTok.
And you don't really see it when you.
No,
I
I
don't
will.
care. It's my Jeep.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
see it or not.
My truck. That's right.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry
That's
about
cool.
that. See, the things you can learn on the show: hand, foot, and mouth disease, and
Bear hunting.
and sure.
Honey bear.
One of my friends used to go to the scrapyard, and every time a new vehicle was in there, he'd look in the tray above,
Oh yeah.
above the driver's head because he'd often find really good sunglasses in there.
Oh, yeah, the visors. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are people
Peter,
that
here's a
leave
question
stuff.
for you that Rayford's dying to ask you.
What?
Do you ever hunt bear?
Ever been a hunter?
No, I haven't been. on
No,
it.
so you didn't hunt deer or anything. She asked yesterday if I had ever hunted bear, and I said no. I always wear clothes. And
I was gonna. I realised it with the double thing when she said that.
Oh, you guys are just like,
I was
Haven't
thinking, well,
you've never heard that song "Running Bear"? Oh, a little bit later,
is there really a song?
there is a song called "Running Bear."
Is it about the four-legged bear?
We don't know. You get a chance to listen to it later.
Everyone will be listening to it later.
Okay. Limits on non-medical benefits unless they improve health. I mean, we've got some things right now
Right.
that I get under the Advantage plan. Like, I don't know whether I get air filters or not, but there's certain little things that I get. Gym memberships. That's not going to change, right?
that's not going to change. There will be some benefits that may change. Like
Well,
my wife was on a plan a couple of years ago, or maybe it was a couple of years ago, last year, and she was able to buy a bicycle and a watch on it, which I am wearing to this day because she didn't like the watch. So
I need a
put-
new watch. I just cracked my
They-
screen.
those sort of things won't be available. But
It's just
Get it
messed
now,
up.
girl. Get it
Or
now.
It's just
Can-
messed up.
Just for
I
a
will
second.
tell you.
Yeah.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go ahead.
I will tell you, Peter, that the plan that I'm on, I did go to the website and put in my yearly physical doctor visit. It pumped in $50 on my
I have to go to the
Visa.
website to do that?
for mine. I went on there and it instantly put $50 on my Visa.
Do I have to do
I could
that?
spend
do I have-
anywhere.
do I have to go online? I thought that was done automatically.
no, you have to let them know about it somehow. or
Who's
other.
them?
Blue Cross.
But the
How do
only
I
thing
know
can
who
do
are
it.
them?
How did you do it? You just went into
I
your
went to
My
Blue
Blue.
Cross Connect or
yeah, that's right.
Have I
Blue
got one of
Cross
those?
Connect, and you do. Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is too, but I guess it only gives you that one time $50 a year because why don't they include like a woman's visit for a mammogram? That should be rewarded.
There are some that are covered, and that may be one of them.
Well, I put
there
in
are some screenings that are covered, and there's also if you do social interactions or
Right.
you
Go to the
exercise.
gym, right?
Yeah.
Now you can add the gym to that, but when I went back in to add to,
Really?
I did my physical, which I go twice a year.
Yeah.
But it only allows you to claim once a year.
Yeah.
And then when I went in to put, credit for like going to, I go to a medical eye doctor, not just an optometrist. I go to a medical eye doctor because my mother had macular degeneration.
Yeah.
So I've been going to a regular medical doctor, but they don't allow you to claim that. And then I think women should be able to claim a mammogram in addition to the yearly physical, but it wouldn't let you do that either. I mean, I was trying to rack up all the money I could.
Yeah, you can get about $250 in money through the year.
Okay, now,
It's
wait,
called
wait,
the
wait.
reward system.
With skin cancer check too.
I was
Shouldn't
gonna
that count?
check. Oh, I would think so because I've had that.
You should know skin cancer check. Doesn't that count?
I don't think it does.
Yeah.
But I had it one time and they had to pull one out and cut it off. So I have to go in
so you have to be checked every so
at
often.
least once a year.
I
Yeah.
go twice a year.
Yeah, I think I
Right
had
now.
3 last year with cancer.
I
So.
know you started the whole mess.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
5 of them in total.
Just real quick, if I can go back to
Yeah.
insulin,
Yes.
because I saw that on
Yeah,
the page.
Yes, yes.
That insulin's capped now at
$35.
$35.
Yeah.
Yes,
with
Yeah.
no deductible.
it's been like that for a year or 2 now. So that's really good. And then the other thing was we had the prescription payment plans for some people that have large copay amounts that they have to pay because of the deductible, and they can't afford to do it. I had one person that's living in a hotel here, and he just can't afford to pay, his medicine. So you can go on this M3P plan, it's called, where it spreads out the costs over the 12 months. That you automatically re-enroll in that if you've been on it this year, unless you tell the company that you want to be opted out, and they've got to. So there's a new rule; they've got to opt you out within 3 business days if you decide to do that at the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah. So. We've spoken about the benefits. So there's limits on medical benefits unless they improve health. So the ones like this, you can't really see the,
I want that watch.
you want that
I
one.
want that one.
Yeah, it's meant to
delivery.
track my health. It's really good for me because it tracks how much or rather how little I sleep.
How about
See, my
cleaning the
calendar
house?
popped up.
Sorry?
Cleaning the house still good?
Yes, that's still good.
Okay,
Yeah.
because my wife
Yeah.
was having to run up to Greensboro every now and then, spend like a week with her sister. So I go get. I think I'll just get the house clean. I'll just go. What do you think?
I love cleaning my house.
Well, I can pay you, and then
Oh,
the
I do
insurance
too.
company will pay it.
I do too.
I get down on my
Okay,
hands and
I've
knees
gotta
and
go.
do the floorboards.
That will
You
come
know
to an
what?
end.
I
on
did that this because I did that this last week because you use these mops and they wet the floor and you're not really it's what do they the Swiffy ones or whatever and it doesn't pull it back up again. So after this time, instead of just leaving it to dry, I thought I'm going to get on my hands and knees and do it with a cloth. It wasn't actually as dirty as I thought it would be. We did clean it pretty regularly. But I thought, I pull off a lot of black dirt on here, but I didn't.
Well, you'll find that if you get on your hands and knees and do the baseboards, all that is mechanical things and these stuff. It
No,
doesn't
if
do.
you use those mops, those whatever you put them in the bucket and you pump them up and down,
Yeah,
and
that's the best way.
they are great for cleaning
Yeah.
the baseboards while you're mopping the floor. My baseboards are all clean. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now if I got to get down there, does it pay for somebody to help me back up? No, come on now.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Well, we're gonna have to go over all of these, and we probably need to start working on that now because, folks, I just looked at the calendar. We got 2 months to go until this
Yes.
open enrollment thing starts.
October 15th.
Yeah.
Was
I
it
think it's
October?
and I can
7th.
start talking in detail about the changes on October the 1st. But this is a precursor to that. Part B premiums.
All right, y'all. In 7 weeks, we're gonna start talking about this stuff.
Weekly.
Yeah.
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 We're going to school you. We're going to take you to school.
And if y'all got questions now, ring us up. If you don't have a question now, he's not going to be back for a month. But after that, she's going to be back October weekly for sure.
Yeah.
September.
Yeah.
September.
September probably twice during September.
Okay, so,
I would think.
but anyway, we'll get you in
Yeah.
here. But if you've got a question right now, now's your chance before Peter leaves for the day. 910-333-0139. 910-333-0139 for the Southerners among us. 910-333-0139. In Portuguese, that's, I have no clue. En français, I can help you out, but not Portuguese or German. I think German is just English with an attitude, though, isn't it?
A lot of an attitude.
Nueve, uno, zero, tres, zero.
Social Security cost of living. Just look at me, Peter.
Yeah.
Social Security cost of living increase.
Social Security cost
Yeah,
of living.
maybe offset by Medicare cost increases.
Yeah, so basically the cost of living increases is going to be eaten up by the Medicare cost increases, is what they're saying.
Theo.
That could have happened. Yeah.
But Theo has a question.
Theo's back in the country and with a question. Hey, Theo, what's up?
I miss you.
Marvels, good morning.
I miss you. I miss you,
Good morning.
Theo.
Hey, Mr. Bright, how you doing?
Very well, thanks. And you?
Everything good?
Everything good in the hood? Yeah.
Yeah. Remind them that the insulin was brought down by the Sleepy Joe administration.
This is not political now. We're talking
Remind them of what? Sorry?
Say it again,
Insulin,
Theo.
you said the insulin went down to $35 about a year or 2 years ago, right?
Yes, that's right.
a year
What
ago.
administration brought it down?
Yeah. Nobody said different. We didn't even
Yeah.
bring it up.
Biden did a lot, especially with the what was it? The Inflation Reduction Act, bringing down the cost of the drugs. It's made a huge difference to me. Instead of paying $16,000, paying $2,000, and that's
excellent.
Did you hear that, Chris?
I did, but I wanted you to see if you heard me say.
Joe, right?
No, he did, and I agree. But I wanted you to know that I miss you.
Oh, okay.
I miss talking to you.
So you're saying that everything is going to go up again, huh?
no. I've said that there's more payments, that the carriers are receiving more money, but unfortunately, because of cost pressures, the costs are going to go up. I think that the way that the drugs got changed has really affected costs, and that's part of the problem. But as always, we've got inflation,
But our
and
government,
we're going to see costs going up.
Yeah, our government, through the taxpayers' money, is going to pay more to the insurance companies, right?
Yeah.
To the providers.
Yeah.
Okay.
The government. So why can't we get universal health care from the government so we don't have to play games? They're paying most of the stuff anyway.
Well, you know what? What was interesting is I spoke to some of my wife's relatives in Canada, her brother, a month or so ago. And when he retires, if he wants to get full coverage, he's going to have to pay about $350 per month for full coverage for his drugs in Canada.
Okay.
And I found, that's per month. I found that quite interesting compared to, the costs here, because it sounds somewhat similar, even though they've got, a good plan there. But if you're on Medicare here, I think we've got a pretty reasonable setup here. Okay, I do understand costs are going up, but once you're on Medicare, your costs are a lot lower than they otherwise would be. Medically, I paid probably about $450 a year. Now I'm on Medicare, and then I've got the drugs that I got to pay on top of that. That's a couple of thousand, but that's not bad.
Yeah, but half of the people don't understand what's going on. You have to explain everything to them. And if it wasn't for you, Lee won't be saving $100 a month. So it's not cut and dry. You have to, you know.
Yeah, that's very true. You have to piece your way through it. Yeah.
Okay, here's
because I want to warn you, those people that you're surrounded over there with, they don't like immigrants. So, in case ICE is knocking on the door, Rafer's not going to let you go through that door. You see what says welcome over there? That door that says welcome? If ICE is knocking on the door, Rafer's not going to let you go through that door so you can get out in a different way. He's going to open the door. So be careful, all right? I'm just warning you.
ICE is only going after illegal immigrants. Peter,
Yeah.
Peter
I guess obviously you haven't been listening to the statistics. Nice try. Anything on the Epstein, Chris, anything on Epstein yet?
Yeah, I went about it after Peter. Yeah.
He's still dead.
All right, I'll be listening. You tell me what's going on. I'll be listening. I might call you again.
Okay, great.
All right, Peter, have a good day. Thanks for coming in and informing these Americans how to do things. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Take care.
Now the cost going up here, cost going up there. It's healthcare, free government healthcare is not all completely free in England or Canada, correct? People have to stand in line to get it. Here in this country, we do have a choice of how much health care we want. There, you're going to get what the government gives you, right?
Yeah, but it works pretty well overseas. And what I'm saying at the moment, I had something wrong or have got something wrong with my pancreas.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what the date and I can see a specialist?
That's
December the 29th, and that's in America. So even though I'm in the private system and I'm trying to see a specialist about it, it's December the 29th before I can see a good specialist about it, to find out what is going on. So I'm still having to wait, even though
what's the typical waiting period, for instance, if you're in England for normal medical care? If you've got something, you've got a problem, you got your knee that needs you've had an issue and you have to have surgery, you need surgery to get it repaired so you can start functioning normally.
They've got a triage system. So if it's not, and it's same as Canada, because my wife saw it in Canada with her father when he had a stroke. If it's not life-threatening, then it's when they can fit you in. But if it's something that's maybe really impairs your quality of life. But it's so when my sister, some of her lungs had got into her stomach, and she was really struggling to breathe. Ooh. And she was scheduled to see a doctor for the first time about 4 months out. So she paid to go and see a specialist for one visit. And the specialist said, "Look, this is really quite serious. We can actually do this.
So.
We can do this." Well, it's been like that for a couple of years. But he said, "We can do this, put you back on the system and have you as a high priority." And so that's what happened. She got in as a high priority and was operated on a couple of weeks later.
Did she get her money back for all of this?
Yes, she did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think she still had to pay for seeing a specialist, but
that's what I'm talking. We should get that back.
Crazy.
Okay.
No, but so there's pros and cons of both, but I would prefer to be in a system like England or Canada or Australia. I've lived in all three countries, and rather than just the system here is just so incredibly complicated.
It's complicated.
And you've got, when I've got people that are veterans and they've got the state coverage as well, and you've got to try to work out the ins and outs of what they, how I can help them or whatever. It's mind-boggling when you first start.
Veterans in England. Are you familiar with how that works for them? Is everybody on the same plan?
I don't think there's any. Everybody's on the same plan. There's nothing that makes any. One of my friends is a veteran. Mm-hmm. He was in the Navy. He's got nothing that anybody else has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There are some situations that military individuals suffer from that are a little bit different. They need specialist care quite often, and if they're just in the run of the mill, go over to the ER, they're not going to get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably not in England either.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The planned open enrollment starts October 15th.
Yeah, that's right. Just before we get to that, Part B premiums, that's one thing I can talk about.
Okay.
So they, at the moment, it's $185 we have to pay a month. That's expected. I've looked at a couple of articles in Kiplinger and Barron's that we'll see Part B premiums that are projected to be about $206.50. So they're going to go up, what's that, about just over $20.
Mm-hmm.
Deductible is going to increase to $288, expected to be $288. So those are some increases.
And we're scheduled for as Lee pointed out, our cost of living increase for Social Security, right? But some of that's going to be eaten up, if not all of it's going to be eaten up with the rising premium costs.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're not getting a real increase anywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Obesity drugs, starting a pilot program. So I don't know how you say it, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and Zepbound. There's a 5-year experimental program.
Wow.
It's voluntary for insurers. So some insurance companies will do it, some won't. But that's good because they're going to see, does this really help people?
Sure.
And if so,
So this is a trial process.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, if you've been struggling, if you got situations that a lot of people do, then it's, folks will say, all you got to do is push away from the table. Don't eat potato chips. Don't do this. Don't do that.
That's
That does not help because there are other issues involved other than just sitting down and wanting to munch. There are some people can sit down and munch. I hate every one of them and not gain an ounce.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them have a certain medical condition that they can walk by and smell the French fries cooking and gain weight.
And to be honest, it's just damn hard to actually
Yes, it
lose
is.
weight. I've been trying to lose 35.
What?
I started at 201 pounds this year. I've dropped down to 184. I'm now at about 188. And I'm trying to get down to...
You don't need to lose
it
any
inches,
more.
it inches down and scoots forward, not up.
Yeah.
It's real easy to gain. It's not as easy to lose.
It's not easy.
So, but there are other medical issues that are involved in losing weight sometimes that you need a little assist. It's not just because you got to get regulated. Number one.
Yeah.
So don't think you can do it all on your own, especially if you're really obese. That's going to have to be a medical thing.
Yeah.
And so seek help. There's, you seek
Yeah.
help for everything else. Seek help for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, October 15th.
Yeah.
That's D-Day.
That's D-Day. So October the 15th to December the 7th. I will be in the Walmart this year.
Good.
On North Marine Boulevard. It's been confirmed. I haven't seen it in writing yet, but I'm told I'm in there. So.
Trust them. Trust them.
You're going to be there. Just go in and take over. That'll be all right.
Yeah.
And some of the things you need to do and want to start thinking about with Peter when you get ready to see him this year, because he doesn't have all of the answers yet. You're still getting information in, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's this next 2 months. We're meeting with all the carriers. We're finding out and they're still working out what's going to get. They're trying to work out how much they're going to charge and so on. They know broadly what they're going to do, but they're looking around at competitors and seeing and trying to do their final figures and so on.
Yeah, we probably need to take a look at mine. And I got to figure out how I'll talk to Lee because she's done it. I have to go to that somewhere and put down that I visited these places and to the gym and to the this and to that.
Does he have Blue Cross Blue Shield North Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And all right. I just wanted to make sure. It's under Blue Connect, which is.
I'll get you some info on it for next month when I come here. So you've got time to do stuff, and we can also talk about it on
Find
the
out what
show.
I need to do.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why we
to
got
claim
Peter.
those rewards. Yeah. I'm lazy on that. I don't claim them that much, so I need to do that as well. Because I
we can do it together.
Well, I finally did it just 3 weeks ago. I kept thinking about it, and I finally went on there. And thank goodness I had saved all my pages in my bookmarks, so I knew where to go back. And,
Well, wait a minute. Now. You got to save what?
you don't have to save anything.
yeah.
I just saved the page where I go in to add my stuff to it. I bookmarked it.
I got you.
So I wouldn't sit there and go like, where did I go?
I got to go get receipts or something. I don't know where I'll
No,
find it.
all I
HMOs
did
too.
was I
Because that's
put
already
down,
there. They already paid for that.
I just put down the date that I went, and
Okay.
you've got a drop down box, and you choose physical, or it's give you a couple choices.
Okay.
Gym visits, you have to go 15 times or something like that.
I think it's
forget.
10 times a month.
10 times
for
a month.
physical. So it doesn't have to be gym. It can be doing a walk, or it can be some physical exercise that
That's
you've
a
done.
daily thing.
Oh, I thought
I
it
walk
had
the
to
dog.
be.
Or you had to be what?
I thought it had to be something actual where they could actually track it, like going to the gym. You check in.
I think if you do a walk, I think that's it. I haven't done it for a couple of years. When I did do it,
Okay, we'll find
a
out.
walk
We'll
was
find out,
acceptable.
All right, guys.
And-
By next month, this time, we will know a whole heap more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'll commit to doing it.
And find out- well, I've been
So we
committed,
can-
or should be, but we can more and help you out and help us out at the same time,
Yeah.
and we'll let you know how much money that they give me money
I
back.
think
on my
it's up
card.
to about $250, so it's an appreciable amount.
No, he needs to save up to about 8,000. Is that what the radio?
No,
No, okay,
I need $9,000 between now and December.
Yeah.
And the next year I
Go
need about
fund me.
550,000.
We're gonna do a GoFundMe.
Yeah,
He's going to do a car wash
yeah.
between the seats.
And we're gonna talk about we need to be talking about y'all need to start making these plans now, because
That's right.
October 15th is right around the corner, 2 months and days. So some of the stuff you need to get together, your doctors and your future doctors potentially, anybody that you think you may want to visit that your current insurance plans do not cover, get all those names together. Find out from Peter if they're in the system. Whatever costs that you have, if you pay for a gym membership now and it's not on your plan, it might be on your plan if you get the right stuff going. Drug formulas, formularies you call it. Get anything that you have to do every month, your drugs, whatever your drug plans are. Get all those together.
And I would say the people that have got supplement plans and standalone drug plans, start finding out about the Advantage plans, because it's you can save
Yes, you can.
an appreciable amount of money
Yes, you
on
can.
it. I thought I would be on a supplement plan, but it just does not. It's just not cost effective for me.
Well, that's good. Peter, thank you.
Wow, it's
Thank you,
always so
Peter.
much information.
Pleasure.
I know.
Enjoyed it.
All right,
Look
same
forward
here.
to it
And we'll
next
see you
month.
next month. And then
Yeah.
soon after that, we get to see you more often.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Okay.
Double
Well,
yeah.
pleasure.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
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 Ta-ta.
See you at the Boulevard.
The what?
The Boulevard.
The Boulevard.
Boulevard.
Yeah, at the car
How do you
park.
say
Oh, yeah.
Boulevard?
Boulevard.
At
the car
Actually, he goes on
Oh,
you got to think of, let me help you out, man. Should I help you out?
go ahead.
It's like Halloween, the Boulevard.
The Boulevard.
Boulevard.
See, when I get to the car park at the Boulevard, cheerio.
There was I was watching some TV show the other day, and it was
I never realized my accent was so
it's distinctive. How's that?
Yes.
Yeah, I was watching some show, British program the other day, and they were talking about the
Cheers.
car park.
The car park.
The car
yes.
park.
Mine goes northern when I try to do the English
You know.
accent.
You're not a Yankee, are you?
No, but I can talk like one.
I don't think so.
I can.
You can try. That's like me trying to talk Italiano. No,
Well,
it doesn't
before
work.
I move back to the other chair, I'm not moving till we do weather.
Offshore today, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet, 9 seconds apart. Sounds and rivers, a moderate chop tomorrow. Northeasterly winds 10 to 15, seas 2 to 4 feet. They're going to be close together, 5 feet, 5 seconds apart. Sounds and rivers, a moderate chop. Showers. Northeasterly winds on Friday, 15 to 20. Seas 3 to 5, 2 to 3 near shore. But trust me, you probably don't want to traverse the inlet tomorrow. Friday is going to be sloppy. Sounds and rivers will be choppy and showers.
Today, showers and thunderstorms are likely, mostly cloudy with a high near 82. Tonight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a low around 70. Thursday, a chance of showers and a possible thunderstorm. Partly sunny with a high near 84. Excuse me, Friday, partly sunny with a high near 85. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. Enjoying this weather.
Yeah, hey, Rafe.
So nice.
We've got
Here it goes.
we've got 3 systems out there. Let's just talk about one right now. Disturbance number 1, they're calling it 40% chance as of 8 o'clock this morning of cyclone formation within the next week. It's off the southeastern coast of the United States. For us here, it's off our entire coastal area. It's out there 100 miles or more, a couple of 100 miles for the center of it. But it's going to develop into a low pressure area, and then it's likely will have a tropical element to it at some point in time. How close it will be to shore, we do not know. The Hurricane Center does not know. Well, that's why we don't know. So they don't know. I don't know any more than they know.
They don't know.
Environmental conditions could produce 40% chance of it becoming something tropical over the next week. Much further out there, we've got another system. We'll talk more about that as we draw near the end of this week, because it is a possibility it will start to impact our weather by the weekend. So, okay, now you got something?
Well, I'm just going to let Theo know the latest on the departed Epstein. His cohort has been moved from a real prison to a country club type prison. I mean, prison's a prison, but this one's pretty lax. This, I mean,
easier to get to.
Oh yeah, I mean, you drive through.
Yeah, but it's easier for those who are on the inside to do bad things to others who are on the inside.
Yeah, well, they're in dormitories. They have gathering areas, things like that. But
and accidents.
The DOJ has subpoenaed many people, including the former President Clinton and Hillary. You know, there is widespread, unconfirmed rumors that President Clinton took 20 or so trips over to the island, some with security, some without security. You know, I was talking with Kathy last night. My thing is this: if everything comes out, it's all done, it's all put out to the public and stuff, and it's proven that Donald Trump, other than having a relationship early on and then kicking him out of his club because of stealing help or whatever, that he never did visit the island. Is that gonna end this whole Epstein thing?
No, it will never end.
No.
I mean, they've subpoenaed Barr. They've seen just a whole bunch of people going back to 4 presidents. They're going way back. This guy's been scum his whole life.
Yes.
And he has ruined a lot of young women's lives.
Very weak men. Shall we talk about former resident of the White House in the 90s? Very weak men will fall. They'll fall for people like this in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I don't think the wise men will do that. Cagey, wise, sneaky, whatever. They're not going to be like some of the other very weak men that are out there.
I don't think Miss Maxwell's going to get her requests granted to, quote, testify in front of Congress. waiting on the state or on the Supreme Court to overturn her conviction. All this,
No,
it's not going to happen.
it's not. And why would I don't care what anybody says and when they testify before Congress. There's one court in the land, not the Supreme Court. That's just one part of the court system. The judicial system. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the legislative session. I don't care about somebody getting up before Congress and lying their butts off. So what? They do it all the time. Congressmen do it every day. I mean, they do. They up there is Congress is the least respected branch of our government. It ranks lower on the totem pole than the mass media today. And we all blast them all the time. And then we put all of our faith in our legislature. No, they're down at 12%. 12% approval rating. My God.
That's pitiful.
Biden didn't have a rating that low. Kamala Harris didn't have a rating that low. So if they ran for office as for the state or the federal government, they couldn't do it because they couldn't take the pay cut, not just a dollar cut, but about how great that it would be to be a congressman or a senator. No.
You
don't do that for the ego.
They always say you don't answer a question with a question, but I've got a question. That just hit me.
Well, should I have an answer for this?
You probably do. You probably do. Lee probably has one.
I'll wear clothes when I hunt.
Yes, if it's in ohms or kilowatts or whatever, yeah.
No, it's a simple question.
All right.
What does it matter?
Whether he did this or not? Whether he was
Epstein?
What
does it matter about what?
If Trump's on the plane?
Yeah.
What about being on the plane proves anything?
Nothing. I'm on planes all the time. What is the fixation right now that everybody has about who's on the list? The man is dead.
Well, that's what I was saying. Who cares anymore? It's just
he's still dead.
Society's need for gossip. That's the way I look at it. I mean, if the FBI, the DOJ, whatever, they have information that is solid and proves that Mr. So-and-so was involved in child abduction, whatever, acts against children, molestation, all that, then they need to go after them and prosecute them. If they, go do it. But as far as having to know everybody's name on the list, I could care less.
What list?
Exactly.
Is there a list?
Is there a
of
list?
Anything?
And the way I look at it too, as far as Trump's, I know this is probably Theo, as far as, no, it's Steve. As far as Trump's involvement, the man is a billionaire. Do you think he needed Jeffrey Epstein for anything?
No.
Well, some people who live a great life, rich life or whatever, they got to have a pool boy. They've got to have somebody to take care of the pool, mow the grass, take care of all that sort of good stuff. Some people have got to have somebody to go out and buy their dope for them because they can't go out in the public and buy their dope, right? They can't do that. They got to have somebody to procure their whatevers. They get somebody else to do their shopping. They get somebody else to do their shopping for women, hookers, whatever. They don't do it themselves.
No.
So that's what matters. That would be the only thing that matters. I don't care what pool boy he's got. Do you? I don't care that he's got shopaholics to go out and do his grocery shopping for him.
You know what president I don't like?
All of the above?
Well, not all of the above. Some of them I like, but FDR.
Oh, no, I don't know. And not at all. I don't like it.
Because
never did like it.
He started the Social Security, and that took away money from me that I could have invested myself.
Yeah, that's just part of it. And he ran for way too many terms in office.
Well, 4 of them. Everyone follow that same suit and invest.
Steve, how are you?
I'm doing well this morning. I hope you are too.
Hey, Steve.
Good.
along the pier today?
I was out there today. I've been there, done that. I'm pulling back in the driveway.
And you got no
Been
fish
through
for
the-
me.
Nah, I didn't go out there fishing. I just go out there and look at the beauty. My oldest son, he caught a bunch of Spanish the other day, and he brought those home. I filleted them out, cooked them on the grill. They were delicious.
Thanks.
I figured I'd share that with you.
That was a very sarcastic
Wow.
thanks, in case you didn't pick up on it.
Wow.
I'm gonna do it again.
I think
Thanks.
you did. I think he did.
Oh, I was listening to y'all comment about Epstein this morning, and I can't help chuckle a little bit. You know, seems like this narrative's going around about why is everybody making such a big deal out of it. And man, it ain't been but a couple months that that the Republicans ran on this. They made it a big deal.
Yes.
Now they're trying to cover it up like a cat in a sandbox. That's the big deal. It's the cover up, and we're never going, honestly, I don't think we're ever going to see anything. If we see something, it's not going to be the unredacted files. I talked the other day about the amount of labor hours that the FBI's agents put into that. 1,000 agents over 14 days, 24 hours a day came up to 168,000 labor hours. If that was one person working 12 hours a day and 7 days a week, it would take them a little over 38 years to accomplish that task for one person to do it. So that is a indicator of the sheer overwhelming magnitude of times that Trump or his business's names appear in those files.
Well,
It
Steve,
sounds like it could be his name's in there more than Epstein's. And I don't know that applies guilt or doesn't that much. They're never going to let us see that.
to you mentioning that's what the Republicans on when he ran his first term, and he accomplished almost everything he said he would do during that term.
That's debatable, but go ahead.
Okay. I said most of everything that
Almost, yeah. I'll give you that caveat. Go ahead.
Did they? I'm honestly, Steve, I don't remember. So I'm going to say that ahead of time. That he said we're going to run and we're going to mention Jeffrey Epstein, and if I'm elected, I'm going to get all this word out.
In this recent term that he ran, he said he was going to. When he was cornered about it, when they did the Fox interview where they said, "Are you going to release MLK?" He said, "Yes." "Are you going to release JFK?" He said, "Yes." And they said, "Are you going to release Epstein?" He said, "Yes." Well, maybe not so much, because there's a lot of stuff in there that makes people look bad. And when this thing where he kind of drove it out, but he still said yes. But the main thing is that his attorney general for the last 6 months, or maybe the last 5 months, you can't count this past month, has been on news show after news show after news show saying that she had them, they were going to release them, everybody was going to be shocked at who was on the list. They are the ones that built this up into a big thing. It don't make no sense. And then they threw their self under the bus by putting out just a generic thing saying case closed, everybody looked the other way. And now the narrative is why is everybody still talking about this? Go back and look at the news cycle from January 20th till, say, the 1st of June. And look at how many times the Attorney General went on Fox News and all the conservative shows talking about this.
I'm going to do that. I'm not going to look at everything, but I'm going to go back and pull up Bondi only. I'm going to take a look and see exactly everything that she has said since January 20th. It'll be a time-consuming thing because a whole lot of it was rhetoric, and I want to cut to the chase if I can get to it regarding regarding Epstein, regarding Epstein's and Trump, regarding Epstein and Maxine, whatever his Sam Hill her name was, Maxwell. I want to try to narrow it because there was a whole lot of other stuff that was said and reaction to this or reaction to that. I don't really care. I want to know what she had to say specifically.
And it's worth looking at, Rayford. I don't think you're going to have to look at everything she said since then. It was a reoccurring theme. They cornered her. They asked her. They said, "You got the list?" She said, "It's on my desk." They said, "The list is on your desk."
Okay, now here's the thing.
The names that are on that list. I mean, she beat the drum hard.
Did she call it the list, or did she call it the file?
No, she called it. She said the files are on my desk, and a lot of them, but they specifically followed up on it and said, "You have the list," and she said, "Yes," and you will be shocked at who's on the list.
The list of names.
She said that she had the file, and she said she had the list specifically.
Okay, good.
And she said it many, many times. So if you
Well,
look it up,
I got to look it up.
Right. And I agree. Look it up, because it's better when you hear her say it, because then there ain't no denying it.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Because but anyway,
One of our
that's kind of where I am with that.
listeners
They're the ones that made it a big deal.
said it was
They're the ones
file.
that turned it into an even bigger deal by saying case closed, look the other way. I don't make no sense why they wouldn't have just kept stringing everybody along. You know, they had to know that when they put that statement on the DOJ website saying that it was case closed, that was going to cause a huge backlash. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to realize that. You've been promising these people all along you're going to release it, and now you say you're not. There's going to be blowback from that.
Okay.
It don't make no sense why they would have done that. I'll be honest with you. If I had to read the tea leaves, and this is purely speculation, it's almost like they're trying to throw Trump under the bus to make a path for J.D. Vance.
Okay. Well, just real quick, and I don't know, Steve, how much you believe in AI. I'm a big fan of it, but, you know, it's out there. And I just pulled it up. She did originally call it files in front of her for review, not specifically a client list. When she was pushed, she said one did exist, and then the FBI and the DOJ concluded there is no such incriminating client list. Now, that's what AI says, for what it's worth.
Well, one of our news partners sent me a message and
So, I mean,
Okay. If you look at several of the interviews she did, and they really pinned her down on it, and she really got out over her skis.
Okay.
So if there wasn't one, she sure said there was.
Sure.
And there's many interviews, but if you listen to their spin on it, that's exactly what you get. But I've actually seen the videos of her saying it over and over again, so I highly recommend you go look at that.
I will. Yeah. I appreciate it.
And AI, my belief is it's just like the rest of the internet. It can be good or bad.
Yeah.
You know, it could go either way.
There is nothing. It's kind of like people say, why don't you just, instead of having a bunch of live individuals, a jury of my peers or your peers, why don't you just feed all of this information into a computer and find out whether they're guilty or innocent? Well, that would be great, as long as the person making that feed point puts in exactly what AI can understand. AI and computers only understand a certain language, not my language. They understand a limited language, and they do not have any feelings. They cannot have a gut feeling about anything.
Jennifer.
Okay. All right, we got one more call. We got to go, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. I'll look that stuff up, buddy.
I'll tell you
Thanks,
on another day a study I've seen about AI.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Have a blessed day.
And we're going to go out to a western state out there, all the way to eastern Tennessee. How's that sound? Jennifer.
I've missed Jennifer.
Good morning.
Me too.
I've missed your phone. We've missed your phone calls.
Beautiful hills of East Tennessee.
Yeah.
Hey, we got breaking news from Tennessee.
Do what?
We have breaking news from Tennessee.
The western part of
Tennessee Senator Marshall Blackburn, who's been in the Senate for the last 6 years, U.S. Senate, is launching a campaign for governor of Tennessee now.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. I like old Marcia. But look, I'm gonna weigh in. I don't know. I look at things differently. I reckon that we'll just leave it at that. But I'm gonna weigh in on this Epstein stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask y'all's opinion on something. Now, these Epstein files have been around. They were around during the previous administration. During the previous administration, they threw everything supposedly that they had at Donald Trump to get him locked up.
Rain will begin at your
To
location
keep
around
him
9
from
12
running
a.m.,
for
continuing
office.
over the next few hours.
Now,
Rain will be light at
I
times.
want to know if Donald Trump, if there is really anything incriminating about him and these Epstein files, why didn't they use that? Why didn't they go ahead and bring that out? If there was really something there, you know that somebody knows that it is. So why didn't they use that when they were trying everything else? You know, Letitia James and Alvin Bragg and Fonnie Willis and everybody else. You know, oh, we've got him. We're going to indict him 40 whatever time. Why didn't they use that? I mean, that's just how I feel about it. And as far as them saying, oh, we've got this and you're going to be surprised, and to Steve's point, you're going to be surprised he's on it. What if this administration got a look at those files and went, whoa, okay, we're going to put a lid on this. We're going to backtrack it right now. We're going to say there isn't anything. And then we're going to launch our own investigation. And we're going to bring all these little rats out that have been over there doing whatever. Now, personally, it's done. It's over with. It doesn't matter to me who was on that list. Epstein's dead. You know, what's her name's probably going to end up dead. I don't know. But I just...
Sooner or later, guaranteed.
That's why she's going
Well,
to
yeah.
less
But-
security.
As for fat and sassy me here in East Tennessee, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't really affect me that much, but that's how I look at it, is why, if he did something, why didn't they use that before?
Mm-hmm.
And why did they all of a sudden put a lid on it? Did they find something in there that they're like, whoa, we're going to make everybody think we don't have anything? But, oh, looky here. Look what we have. I mean, I don't know. That's just my spin on it. It is curious to watch. Interesting, I guess you could say. But that's just how I feel about it. I feel like if, you know, everybody's screaming Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Do I agree with everything the man does? No. Do I think he's doing a pretty good job overall? Yes. Is he better than Biden? Lord, yes. And better than Kamala? Ever thought about that? But I don't believe that there is anything very incriminating about him, or the previous administration would have used that and already had him buried under a jail somewhere. That's just how I feel about it.
So there in eastern Tennessee, yes, it's a far distance from western Tennessee, but it's still in Tennessee. Were you more concerned about this guy named Austin Drummond being on the loose? Because it's just a few hours across the entire state of Tennessee to get to where you are. Were you more concerned about somebody like that running rampantly loose, who had killed 4 people, kidnapped a little baby? Were you concerned about that, or were you concerned about whose name was on Epstein's list?
That
8 hours across Tennessee from where we are concerned me a whole lot more.
He had 7 days to get there. He could have gotten into your town in 7 days. No problem. He could have walked it in 7 days.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of these hills and mountains that people want to run to try and hide. That bothers me more.
Okay,
A drunk driver going down the road when one of my family members, my kids, my grandkids, me or Terry, friends or family, a drunk driver crossing the center line and killing somebody worries me more than whether or not Donald Trump's on Epstein list.
Would you be more concerned about the emergency room doctor, a physician, in your town at one of your hospitals being arrested for having being involved with child pornographic material, or Donald Trump?
The emergency room physician that could possibly be having to take care of
How about the teacher of the year in a school in North Carolina being arrested for the same type of thing? If they searched his house and found videos of kids between 11 and 14 doing the deed, would you be more concerned about this person, a school teacher, a teacher of the year?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I mean, who are you more surprised about, shocked and dismayed about? A teacher of the year, the emergency room doctor, an 84-year-old man in North Carolina doing the same kinds of stuff, or the president of the United States? Who concerns you more?
The people that I'm interacting in, because more than likely in my lifetime, I'm never going to run into Donald Trump.
Probably not. But these other individuals, you just don't know who you're going to be dealing with, do you?
Exactly.
Those are the people that really concern me. Now, should the president of the United States be held to a higher standard? Absolutely. Of course he should.
Well, yes.
Police officers, doctors, nurses, teachers, all should be held to a higher degree, higher standard.
All of them, because and I know when I was in school, they taught you. These are, you go to a postal employee, a fireman, a policeman, a teacher. Those were if something happened and you needed to run to somebody, those people were all supposedly on higher standards. They were all, those were your safe people.
And what is the one? And who do we tell people to go see in case they're having troubles? They don't want to talk to their parents. They're afraid to mention something to their parents. And you're a Catholic. Who do you send your kids to see?
The priest.
I mean, I'm just asking. How many people send their kids to see Donald Trump for his advice on a critical issue?
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly, you don't. And that is, there are more, let's see, I don't know what word I'm looking, more important, more pressing things than whether or not Donald Trump got on Jeffrey Epstein's plane, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I want to know if one of my grandkids are going to an emergency room doctor, that doctor isn't trying to do something to them.
How about the dentist
I want to
who
know
put you
if
under?
one of my grandkids' teacher is saying, "Oh well, you need a little extra help in social studies, and we'll just stay after school, and I can give you some one-on-one tutoring." Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'll put it out there, and y'all can record it, use it at my trial. I'll kill them. And that's just, I'll put it out there on the airwaves. You can record it and you can testify. Yes, she did it. Because me and Gertrude will take care of it if they harm one of my grandkids.
Backhoe takes care of it.
That's how I feel about it. I mean, I'm sorry. There's some sick, twisted, perverted individuals that require the United States attention a whole lot more than whether or not Donald Trump.
1,000 FBI agents working. How long did those FBI agents work to look for Trump's name? 1,000 of them looking for Trump's name on whatever documents there were. Oh my God! How many hours did they say that was?
Screaming all of this.
Yeah,
they're sure mighty quiet on what do they call them? The burn bag. All of the stuff that was supposed to have been destroyed over the old Russian whatever hoax and the
Russian gate or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I got a lot of areas that I would be investigating, that I would love to take the resources of those 1,000 FBI agents over whatever number of days it was. Let me direct them as where I think the issues are, and I guarantee you we can fill up some jail cells, if not graveyards.
And I'm going to say one more thing as to what I heard you mention earlier about Congress. That is honestly the most ridiculous bunch of people. Did you see where the one went down to Mexico or wherever, and she said that she was a Guatemalan first?
Oh,
And then an American. Did you see that yesterday?
Yeah, I try not to pay a whole lot of attention to a whole lot of what most of our congressional leaders do.
Elected officials. I mean, they should be America first, straight across the board.
Yep.
And I don't know. I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole because I'll get all worked up. And I have to go give Terry a shot.
Terry, get up and get that wheelchair running. Head for the outdoors. Put it downhill slow. You'd be better off. Oh, my cousin, you better watch out.
You
Thank
too.
you, Terry.
Blessed day, Jennifer.
Bye, Jennifer.
Take care.
No, I look at priorities, whatever. I where I sit over here in this place, right? Because I have my position.
Yeah.
And I know nothing comes that way because I get notified. And I'm not paranoid. I'm no realist. But I'm more concerned about some stranger that will walk through that gate and unlock that door, open that door, and walk in here on us than I am about if Donald Trump was on Epstein's plane. I know this could be an immediate threat to the three of us. No problem, right? I know that. I realize that. Is it likely? Absolutely not, because the people who know me know better. That would be a bad thing for them. And me too, because it'd be noisy. God knows my other ear will be ringing. But I would be, and I don't fixate on it, but I just I don't care if Donald Trump was on Epstein's plane. I do, but he's got 3 more years to go, 3.5 years left on his term, and he's gone, one and done. Over. Get out of here. The next guy after that, girl, whatever it's going to be, it's not going to be Kamala Harris. For you Democrats, don't waste your efforts. It's not going to happen. If she runs, she's going to be easily defeated. So you need to find somebody else. I don't know who it would be. Won't be Schumer. He's done now too. We didn't even get there today, but and the Republicans, I don't know who you're going to pick. Is it going to be Vance? I don't know. Have you done a background on him? Probably. I'm sure there's one. And if there's not one done, they're going to create one, as they did with somebody else. As we know, when that stupid British expatriate from Great Britain set up that, what was it, the Virgin Islands, he set up an operation, or some island somewhere, and he produced fake information. Give me a break. See, why isn't he indicted?
It's who you know.
Now, if y'all think Donald Trump is as bad as you think that he is, that guy would be not with us anymore. Things would have happened, because things like that happen. Accidents happen. And just, it can happen. Missing persons reports.
Yeah.
Never heard of again.
Right. Jimmy Hoffa style.
Diving accidents.
Yeah.
Boating accidents.
Fell off the boat.
And by the way, on YouTube, I told you about it. They've got a great series called Coast Guard Florida. And they've got cameras that have been following the coasties on doing different things, different operations. Oh my God, it is good. It's well done.
Good.
It's filmed, it's well done. Produced, it's well done. And it's real. It's not fake.
Right.
It's not reproductions. So it's pretty cool. And one of the things that I found very cool about it, one of the coasties, he's out there doing rescues. I love the coastie swimmers, by the way. I'd never do that, jumping out of a helicopter, being hoisted down. No, I'm not that good. But anyway, one of the individuals, they follow when they go to a little family outing or for something that they like to do. Well, this guy went with a bunch of phones, and in the Everglades area, he grew up there. He worked there with an alligator farm with his relatives who had one. They farm gators there, right?
Yeah.
And he went there and took a bunch of people with him, of his coworkers. He's jumping out, confronting big alligators, grabbing them by the tail, grabbing them by the mouth to relocate them on camera in front of his friends. And his friends who are coasties doing all sorts of things that coasties have to do, like jumping out of helicopters.
Get out the first aid kit.
And it's like, he's doing what? Oh, we didn't know this about him. He said, this is the way I grew up. So this is a great series if you want to pick up and just start watching them.
Watch it.
30 minutes, 25 minutes long each, and you don't have to watch one after another in any order. I like that too, because they got each one of them in standalone.
Looking forward to
it's
looking
cool.
at it.
It's cool. Coast Guard, Florida, YouTube. We won way over. We've also won Ray over.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. One Ray over.
Okay.
Run one way over. Now you try to say it.
One ray over.
What did I say? What was the question I said?
You said one Ray.
We wan. Anyway, we went a little
Can't
over.
do it now. That's how the mind works.
Yeah,
when you hear something wrong one time, you just repeat it and try. When you ever screw up saying something, don't try to correct it immediately. Just say, excuse me, and move on. Or just ignore it. Most people
Unless you've got somebody sitting there correcting you before you even get the word out of your mouth.
Okay.
Have you ever run bear?
No.
I bet you have, from one end of your house to the other when the doorbell rings. You're live and local, Real Talk, where we're not normal. And we're proud of it.
Have fun.
I don't run to the door when the doorbell rings now. I get on the floor and start crawling like an army crawl to look and see if I can see the camera to see who's there. I'm just like, I don't answer the door. Don't come to my house unannounced.
There's a picture. She's naked on the floor looking for her camera to see who's at the door. Did you pick up on that?
I'm not going there.
There's a video
I didn't
there.
say I was naked. I just said I don't answer my doorbell. If I don't know you're coming,
She gets
I
on
don't
the
answer
floor
the
and
doorbell.
crawls.
Yeah, don't you do the army? Don't you like get off the couch and you go into stealth mode and you're
Why?
trying to hide from the window so you can look around at your camera, see who's at your door?
I go to my home. The ring.
That's what I
punch it up and
mean.
look
I
at
had
it.
the cameras on there. But you know what? I actually had a salesman one time that I was trying to.
Congratulations.
He got up in the window and started peeking in my windows.
Oh, that would be a surprise.
That's
to him.
when I answered the door.
Oh no, I just be low in the underneath the window, raise up real suddenly with my pistol in my hand.
I mean, how dare you? I mean,
That would scare it, wouldn't
we got to go.
He'd probably
I
just
can't
leave
handle
deposits
it.
all across the lawn. All right, we will see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Be safe.
All right.
Bye. We're
Blessed
not
day.
seeing-